Good morning. My name is Dr. Shiba. I am from Kanyakumari district. I am working in Shalnakrishna Homiopathy Medical College as an assistant professor in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. So here I am going to deal with the COVID during pregnancy. So if a person attacked with the COVID-19 during the pregnancy stage, what are the steps should be taken? So during the process of the delivery, antenatal care during the process of delivery and after the delivery, and what are the care should be given to the newborn care. So these all can be dealt with in this section. So first we have to set up a tri-gauge section. In tri-gauge section we have to do all the screen and all the monitoring should be recognized in that itself. So after the tri-gauge section and after all the vital signs as examinations and all the monitoring section, the person should be sent to the isolation ward. So in tri-gauge section itself, that should be done in a systematic way. And also we have to give assurance to the patient, the person who was attacked with the potentially a COVID-19, they doesn't have a further aversion towards the coronavirus. So the main aim to the risk of, to prevent the risk of further infection to the COVID-19. While we come into the history in the Wuhan city, so first the case was reported in the Wuhan city, China. So in the initial stage of the COVID-19 itself, in China, 13 cases, the 13 pregnant cases were reported as the attack of COVID was there. So among these 13 cases, I was talking about the initial stage. So among that 13 cases, 3 maternal deaths were happened. 4 cases were have the history of the spontaneous miscarriage, and other 4 cases show some congenital deformities, and among these the 2 cases were recovered to the normal one. So while we come into the epidemiology, totally 80,321 cases were reported as an COVID-19 during the pregnancy. So among these 80,000 cases, so 77,326 cases were shows and symptoms of COVID-19 plus other symptoms of pregnancy too also. So in those cases, most of the persons will show some complications, especially in first trimester it shows the spontaneous miscarriage, in second trimester it shows the fetal growth distress, and also it shows some congenital abnormalities, and some short of the cases goes for the preterm labor too. And also in third trimester they doesn't show any sort of the symptoms, but rarely 4 to 5 babies show some difference in the Apgar score. So 80,000 and 8,296 cases were shows an asymptomatic. They doesn't show any symptoms of COVID-19, but still the patients have the COVID positive. So while coming to the causative factors, it is an RNA virus zoonotic in virgin. So first case was reported in 1960 and it shows with the common cold. Here the most transmission takes place by the respiratory droplet and also plus the human contact. While coming to the incubation period, it was stretched some to 14 days. So in some cases from the initial stage of 5th day itself, it shows some sort of symptoms, and while we come into the 7th day under the conservative consumptions, it shows some of the symptoms. So if the person has the attack of COVID-19, so that particular person should be kept in the quarantine for the 14 days by the full monitoring section. Into the pathogenesis, here the targeting viruses will be most probably in the upper respiratory tract, and the persons may shows the pneumonia, anemia and acute cardiac injury. But while we come into the suspected cases or with the person who is having the attack of COVID-19 during the pregnancy stage, in that sort of cases, in the second trimester there will be some sort of complication, especially fetal distress, fetal growth retardation, and also there will be a low score of the Apgar score. So these are the symptoms which find in the COVID-19 during the pregnancy stage, especially in the pathogenesis. So while we come to the suspected cases, first we have to take the history or the onset of the disease. What was the first symptom the person was injured, and also what was the onset of the disease, and we should inquire about the history of travel or any of the visitors where came to their home, etc. So in that cases we have to given for the TOCC, that was a Total Operational Control Center. So after that, after completing the procedures in the TOCC, the person allowed for the PPE, that was the personal protection equipments. Here the gloves, gowns, everything will be given to the patient. And after that, we have to inquire about the isolation ward, and person should be shifted to the isolation ward, and also should inquire about the disciplinary tertiary hospital, because in the particular facilities itself the person will be having different varieties of categories of doctors will be in obstetrician and anesthesia doctor, regional anesthesia doctor, general anesthesia doctor, and virologist, microbiologist, etc. Because the pregnant cases will be showing some sort of similar symptoms to the COVID-19, especially they will be having some sort of symptoms, torch. So in these categories, these types of tertiary doctors will be useful for the it. So while we come into the clinical features, the person will be having upper respiratory symptoms, especially cough, breathing difficulty, dyspnea, etc., headache, fever, etc. So we'll be coming to the investigations, meows. First we have to take care of the meows. So this was the chart which was modified in the 20th week of gestation itself. It was a modified early obstetrician window system which was take care of in the 20th week of pregnancy itself. So then we have to take care of the CBC every day, because here we have to came to know about the platelet count, ESR count, etc. Then just imagine if the person is having the frequent attack of cough, they go for the chest imaging. Then physiotherapy exercise, because in COVID-19 or during pregnancy stage, then in physiotherapy it will be show some sort of muscle relaxation, and also in some cases it can go for the normal delivery itself. So when we come into the management, first section is about the meows. We have to take care of the chart, and particularly every hourly we have to monitor the chart. So second, distance. Always should have an 1 meter distance. Even the person was in the isolation ward itself, the visitor should be always be careful whether they have an PPE, etc. So then we have always should have a tertiary disciplinary area hospital, because here the every category of doctors will be present, and also if the person is having any of the emergency for the baby itself, there will be having presence of the neonatologist too. So fluid electrolyte balance should be managed, and also always there should be have a telephone connection to the patient, video call to the patient, because that gives an adequate social support to the parents and also to the patient too, because always they should have and the always remain important with the support of the psychosocial support. So again in the management we have to take care of the fetal monitoring as well as the ultrasound scan. Here it hands off the cardiototography, that was the fetal heart rate calculations, because with it was a very emergency one that should be monitored for the baby. And also in US findings we have to take care of the amniotic fluid level, and also about the fetal growth of the baby, etc. While we come into the management of the childbirth, during childbirth, so what are the steps should be taken? So if the mode of the delivery always depends on the status of the patient. If the person is present, if the person is present for the vaginal delivery, whether the present state of health is okay for her, that can be prohibited, because if the person have the vaginal delivery, the usage of mask will be the very much restriction for the patient, because there will be some sort of discomfort. The active pushing of the baby cannot be followed in this category of the patient. So in this particular cases, the person can be remove the mask by the obstetricians, etc. And also in some cases, due to the illness of the mother's health or the fetal distress or the poor prognosis of the pushing of the labor or septic shock, these all the cases can be promoted for the cesarean section. So always should remember that in cesarean section room itself, they should have the negative pressure ventilation room, and also there should have an oxygen therapy, BP monitoring, etc. That should be always should be in an available system. And also multidisciplinary doctors should be always should be present, especially virologist, microbiologist, neonatologist, etc. Because in some symptoms were similar to the torch infections too, so that should be distinguished from the pregnant woman and also the person who was having pregnant with the COVID-19. And well, we'll coming to the vertical transmission, whether they have any of the evidence of vertical transmission is present or not. So we'll be coming to the initial history of the COVID-19. 18 cases were selected, and from the 18 cases, the umbilical artery study, cord blood study, amniotic fluid study, everything has done. There wasn't COVID-19 is a negative. Then in further cases, we have to take care of the IgM, etc. In that also the COVID-19 was negative. In some cases, in second week of the after the neonatal birth, it shows some cases, some pneumonia, some respiratory complaints, etc. So in that cases too also, it shows that COVID-19 negative cases. So while we coming to the neonatal care, always QRT should be remembered. That was a quick response team. So under this quick response team, the immediately after the baby delivered, the baby should be take care to the quick response team. So here the resuscitation room should be normal, everything, mucus sucker, everything should be in a present system. And also we should take care of the immunoassay system. It was a diagnostic tool for the immunological findings. Any of the immunological symptoms were present or not, that should be presented. And after the delivery, as soon as that umbilical cord should be the climbed off, because due to the lackage of time, it can be have the high risk of the infections. And always should take care of the breastfeeding, because separation of mother is always better if the person is affected with the COVID-19, because always should have a 2-meter distance. And also milk can be catered to the baby by the breast pump mother. And also if the expression of the milk, that can be made in the milk production too. Then colactation, here the persons can be have the daycare center, that was the substitute of milk can be given from this itself. So always should take care of the patient in the then hygienic way, and always should be kept under the quarantine for the 14 days. So after this 14 days, follow-up should be checked for the further monitoring should be also mentioned. And also here for the newborn care, always should take care to the patient at least for the 38 weeks after birth, because in some sort of cases after the 38 weeks or after the 6 months, the baby maybe have the other sort of respiratory complaints, etc. So that should be also should take care in this system. So and also here there was no evidence of any of the vertical transmission center. That was an evidence in the that was based upon the WHO system itself. So always be safe and be protective. Thank you so much.